Hello, I'm Dr. Maurie Markman from City of Hope, and I wanted to discuss briefly a very interesting article, a very interesting analysis that is a bit sobering. I must emphasize the statistics here are way beyond me, but I think that the information itself and the implications are important. Paper I'm talking about is entitled "Cancer Incidence Trends in Successive Social Generations in the United States." This was published in JAMA Network Open 2024. What this article, this research attempted to do was to ask a question. Again, we're talking about modeling here and trying to examine what the likelihood is that the incidence of cancer will either increase. So, obviously, individuals who are 65 or older now are at this point, but what about those who are 40, 45, who 10, 20 years from now will be in the much higher risk of cancer incidence? So, what the investigators did, again, in a model, is look at the SEER data. And they compared those individuals who are so called Generation X, born 1965 to 1980, versus the baby boomers born 1946 to 1964, asking at comparable ages when, let's say, the baby boomers, 20 years ago, what their risk of cancer was at those ages versus now, looking at the Generation X population at the age they're now, projecting what the incidence now is, what it might be later. Again, comparing much younger population currently to a population that's older, but looking at their incidence when they were younger, again, projecting into the future. And what the investigators found was as follows. For women, the projected incidence for the future based on the current is going to be higher in women for thyroid cancer, kidney, rectal cancer, uterine cancer, colon, pancreas cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and leukemia. And for men, projection would be an increasing incidence based upon where the generation X is now compared to the baby boomers in the past. For thyroid, for men, for kidney, thyroid, kidney, rectal, colon, prostate, and leukemia. Notable, as one would anticipate based upon other reports, the projection is for a lower risk of lung cancer and cervical cancer in women, and for men, lung cancer, liver cancer, gallbladder cancer, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Again, this is a model, but the suggestion is, stated very bluntly, is that we are projecting, or they can project, that the incidence of cancer overall in a population is not going down, will not be going down, and will remain high for a considerable period of time. Now, obviously, incidence is not the same thing as severity of the illness, mortality, but the idea that we are going to see less cancer in the future based upon what current trends are is not an accurate assumption. Very important analysis, again, a model, something to consider. I think the other point to be made is working on areas of cancer prevention become critical now and in the future. Very interesting paper. I would encourage you to read it, to examine it, even if the statistics are, like for me, a little high. I thank you for your attention.